Camping in high heat can go one of two ways. You can either be completely miserable, your clothes are chafing, you are sweating buckets, and you don't get a single minute's sleep, or you can be kicking back, cool and comfortable, and getting a great night's sleep and feeling well rested and having a great trip. Through a lot of trial and error over the years, I have found 12 things that really make a difference. And we'll go through them, and we'll start with the biggest upgrades, and we'll work our way through to the simplest things that you can do that cost next to nothing. And when I show you number 6, I'm gonna have to do an apology to my husband because, honey, you were right and I was wrong. And of course, I will put links to everything in the description for you. Let's start with the biggest upgrade, and this one works for heat and humidity, and that's a refrigerator freezer. You can set it to either refrigerator or freezer. I set mine to freezer. And sure, having, like ice cold drinks and frozen treats is pretty amazing while you're camping. I mean, ice cream, really? But the real superpower for this is you can freeze these over and over. Having one of these freezers along means that you can freeze these over and over, and you can just grab one out when you're broiling during the day. You can flop it to your back, kick back, and that feels heavenly. It's 90 plus degrees out today with high humidity, so I'm enjoying that. And then at night, you can take one of these things and you can slide it under your sheets and under your pillow. They last for 8 hours. And then while you're sleeping, you can just put the one you used during the day right back in here so it can be frozen and ready for you the next morning. So I went with the Bougie RV model because that's the one all of you were screaming at me about to get and try in the comments, my other videos. So all of you who were telling me to do that, you can put "I told you so" in the comments. I do love it. It is large enough that I can put like my drinks and my ice cream, my frozen treats, my ice packs, all that kind of stuff in there, and it fits. It runs off an internal battery, or you can plug it in, or you can plug it into your cigarette lighter in your car. And so it's also light enough that I can pick it up myself and get it into my Honda Element, and so it's not so huge and taking up a ton of space. But they also have bigger models as well, and they even have some dual zone ones, so you can have like one part be freezer and one part refrigerator. Next is something I wasn't sure I was going to like until I actually used it, and that is this little evaporative cooler here. It sits right next to you, whether you have that sitting next to you at your chair or next to your bed, and you can actually really feel the cool air blowing out of this. I mean, like my hand, when I put it there, actually feels cool to the touch. It does work best in hot, dry conditions because it's evaporating water to cool the air around you. And I gotta tell you, like when the sun is beating down on you, it feels amazing. And as good as that is, there's a feature on here that makes it beat every other personal cooler that I've tried. So it not only has an air purifier, but it also has an essential oil clip that you can put right on the front. So when your tent is not so fresh or your car is not so fresh, it helps it to not smell like feet, pits, and butt. And also you can put a peppermint essential oil cartridge in there. And when you're laying in bed and you smell that minty smell, it does help you feel cooler as well. It tricks your brain. It does run off electric, so you're going to either need to plug it in or you can run it off of one of these little battery packs, but it just kind of sips power. So my little pack, like it ran the entire night for me. If where you're camping you have a spigot, bring a hose and one of these. It's a mister. It just throws a gentle mist up into the air. Like I'm not getting drenched, but as it evaporates, it does help your area feel about, like 10 to 20 degrees cooler. I also use it on my deck at home, not just camping. I have seen the ones where it's in a bucket and you pump it and that's how it creates the mist. I haven't tried those. I have tried the fans that push the mist through, but I've never had one of those last a whole weekend without breaking down, but maybe you have. And if you have, please do let me know in the comments and tell me what brand that is, because I want to know. I'm Kara Schultz, author of A Field Guide to Luxury Tent Camping, and here on the Curated Campsite, we help you have a camping experience that's more comfortable, organized, and intentional. And if you would like my free PDF on how to have the perfect campsite for you, the link is in the description. Okay, this next one is a trick most people don't think about. If you are getting ready to go to bed at night, move your canopy up over the top of your tent or over the top of your car while you sleep. That way you're going to get a couple more hours of sleep in the morning instead of having that sun touch your tent and instantly start roasting it and waking you up. Bonus, you can put a sidewall on the east side of it to block that morning sun a little more. And then when you wake up in the morning, you can just move your canopy back to its normal spot. So even if you have those other upgrades, bring a fan. I mean, sure, if you have, access to electrical and plug in, bring an electric plug-in fan. Don't do the battery fans. They just chew through the batteries like crazy. And usually on the rechargeables, you are stuck picking between either like good airflow or it lasting a long time. And that's why I went with this one, and I tried a lot of fans. And this one will last for 14 hours on medium, which, yeah, it puts out quite a bit of air on medium. That's totally fine. It'll get me all through the night or through the day. And I like it because it can either be flat or it can telescope up. So it can blow right on me. I can have it down on the ground and I can have it next to my bed. And this is the tip that I owe my husband an apology for. Cooling towels. Okay, I openly mocked him when he got one, but holy cow, do they work. I mean, you can put it around your neck, you can put it up over your head, and really a regular towel will work too, but like the ones marked as a cooling towel, they work so much better. They draw the heat away from your skin as the water evaporates in them. If you're sleeping on a foam mattress, you're sleeping on a big heat sponge. So instead, lift up and get some air circulation under you by either sleeping on a cot or on an air mattress. And also ditch the sleeping bag. Go for either like bamboo or you want some cotton or linen sheets that are specifically labeled as cooling sheets. And that will make a big difference too. Okay, I want you to close your eyes and picture this. You're in your cooling sheets on your cot. You have your nice ice pack under your pillow so that no matter what, you have a cold side to that pillow. You have more ice packs for tomorrow and you know that they're getting frozen in your freezer. You have cool air blowing on you from your evaporative cooler, and you have the scent of peppermint in the air, and you also have an ice cold water sitting on your stand next to you, just in case you need just a little sip in the night. Yeah, that's camping. And then we get to the free or very low cost ideas for how to stay cool. And the last one on my list really will have the difference between being completely miserable or having a great camping experience. But first, let's talk about airflow. If you have a tent, unzip all those windows. If you have a car, get the windows down. You can put a bug screen in there or a sleeve or something like that to keep the bugs out, but get that airflow moving through there. And don't put the rain fly on. I do understand if there's going to be rain or something like that, you might have to zip up or roll the windows up or that type of thing. But if there's clear skies, get her open and get that air going. You would not believe how many tents or cars that I go by and they are buttoned up tight and the people inside are just roasting. Take a cold shower or wipe down. I mean, before you go to bed, take a nice cold shower if your campsite has showers. If they don't, like wipe down with a cloth and some cool water. Or, even like a body wipe feels kind of refreshing. And you can do that in the morning. You can do that in the afternoon. You can do it whenever. I mean, just getting all that bug spray and sunscreen and sweat off of you is going to make you feel so much better. And if you rinse off with a little bit of that Dr. Bonner's peppermint wash, that will also give you a little bump in the freshness feeling. And if you camp in a vehicle, these are one of the cheapest upgrades that you can do for a car. Instead of trying to cool your car after it heats up, you're going to keep the sun from beating down and heating up the interior to start with. And if you pair it with a wide open window and these mesh screens, you're going to have a much more comfortable sleeping experience. What you wear matters more than most people think. So you want something light colored and also lightweight. Go for natural fibers like bamboo or linen or a very lightweight cotton. And you also want it to be very loose on you. Clothing that binds or restricts or rubs or chafes, like that's not comfortable. And also that traps heat close to your body. So if you have something kind of lightweight and loose, that's going to help you stay cool all day. and at night when you go to bed. And here's the last one. I mean, yes, look for a shady spot, but make sure that you place your tent or your car in the most private, shaded spot at your campsite. Wind direction also matters, and this gets into environmental design principles, and this absolutely can make or break your camping experience no matter what time of year that you camp. So if you want to dive deeper into this, check out my video on why your campsite feels miserable and how to fix it. And until next time, happy camping.